Hello, hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely amazing day. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create three super cool cards using my new collection called Color Your World. If you like anything to do with art, this collection is for you. So here you can see Color Your World collection. It has 20 A4 design papers and patterns, but also it has 30 sentiments for a variety of occasions. Here you can see the design papers, and if you don't really like to get messy when crafting, this collection is for you because you can mix and match all those design papers and also patterns to create amazing pieces of artwork. As you can see, I try to use all the colors of the rainbow because they always make me happy. That's why I created this collection. If you like any of those design papers, please let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. For my first project, I'm going to use 6 by 6 inches white card blank and I'm going to open it at the top. Now I've got black card measuring 5 and 3 quarters, and to embellish it and give it a little bit more contrast, I'm going to use that beautiful bright design paper from my collection and I'm going to cut it to 5.5 inch. Now I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, and start assembling the elements together. And at this point, I thought I really liked the contrast, but it is a little bit too bright. So I'm going to tone it down using one of the other design papers from this collection using that beautiful blue. So again, to have that nice contrast, I need a strip of black cut as well. When this is ready, it is time to put those elements together. And I really like it so far, but there is always a way to add even more interest to the whole card. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my SVG files that you can get in this collection. And I'm going to resize the paint tubes and I'm going to cut them using my scan and cut machine. But don't worry, if you don't have Scan and Cut or Cricut, you can also get my PDF files, and all the links to my collection are in the description down below. Now I'm going to use Essentials Illustrator markers from Spectrum Noir and I'm going to color in that paint tube. As you can see, I'm starting with very light gray on the sides and then using a blender pen, I'm going to literally make it slightly paler. And this way we're going to have that beautiful shadow and light effect. Now I'm going to color in the top, and if you want to make sure that it's professionally finished, I do encourage you to actually use the paint and or markers to color in all the edges. So this way no one will know that you use white card to create that paint tube. Super cool, right? Now it is time to assemble the elements together, and from the whole collection I decided to use some of the design papers and I cut it smaller pieces that will go on top of the paint tubes. But as you can see, with the top of the tube, I left a small gap there, so it is so much easier to assemble the whole paint tube together. So now when this is ready, I decided to create 5 more, and I'm going to put them on the card. It is time to put the glue first, and then I'm going to assemble it on the front of a card. Super quick and simple. So if you do know someone who likes colors or art, this card would be perfect for them. How often do you create cards with paint tubes or paintbrushes? If you've never ever created one, check my collection. I'm pretty sure you will like it. So now it is time for a sentiment, and I chose one of the best sentiments ever, which is, and yes, create every day, because that's what I really like to do. It makes me very happy, and when I can create something for someone special, that's even better. So now it is time to put a little bit of dimension on the sentiment. As usual, I put few drops of liquid glue, then I'm going to peel off the backing of double-sided tape. And guess what? At this point, I didn't have my pokey tool on me. That's why I'm going to use smaller scissors to help me with the backing of the tape. But that is fine. We as crafters are very resourceful. Now it is time to add some gold gems and the cut will be complete. Super quick and simple, right? but with all those bright colors, it really makes a difference. So what do you think about the design number one? Do you like it? There is plenty of space to write your message inside, and we can move on to card number two. For this one, I've got 6 by 6 inches white card base, and again I've got black card, which is 5 and 3/4, and this time I decided to use those green and blue diamonds. I really like it, and I really like the contrast, especially with that black card. Now it is time to put those elements together. And now I thought I really like the colors. Maybe I can use them again to create some paint tubes as well. But this time I've got slightly bigger one because I thought with SVG files you can make them as small or as big as you want. If you like this collection, in the description down below I left the links to Buy Me a Coffee website where you can get the full collection, or you can get just the design papers and sentiments, or you can also get separately SVG files or PDF files. So yes, you can use any of those links in the description. But as I told you earlier, if you get this collection before 24th of June, you get 50% off. So please check all those links. Now it is time to color in all the elements on the paint tube. And as you can see, now I'm using darker gray to color in the top, and to finish it off I'm going to use black, and I think that would really makes this paint tube very special. And if you want, you can also add a little bit of foam adhesive to give it even more dimension, and that'll be perfectly fine. So when this is ready, it is time to assemble the elements. And again, I'm going to use my liquid glue because I do have time to maneuver the elements if I make a mistake. And again, using that gap at the bottom, I'm going to adhere it to the paint tube here. Super quick and simple. All you have to do at this point, just to make sure the glue is set before you move on to the next step. Now it is time to choose the design paper, the element, and here, as you can see, it is blue because with the design paper I've got on my background, we do have some beautiful blues and greens. So that's what I really wanted to show here. And as you can see, some of the paint tubes go over, but that is fine. We're going to fix it. And what's really good about them, you can actually cut them and you can use them on the other side. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So to be honest, in the end, you don't really need that many. I wonder how often do you create cards using SVG files? If you've never ever created one and you do have Scan and Cut or Cricut, I do encourage you to give it a go. It is so much fun because you can personalize literally any project that you want. Now, as you can see, I've got a bigger piece of that paint tube so I can use it again on the card. And actually, I'm going to use it twice. Yes, we are very resourceful as crafters, right? And at this point, I just really want you to wait until the glue is set properly before you move on and stick another piece. So here I just waited a couple of seconds, and then you can do something else at that time. What you can do, you can look at the whole collection and maybe you can add a sentiment. And here I decided to have green background for the sentiment. I thought that will match some of the elements on a card. And if you know me, you know how much I like matching elements on my project. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go, right? Now it is time to assemble the background panel on the card base. And again, I'm using my one and only liquid glue. If you do want, you can also add some foam adhesive here, and that will make this card even more special. So now I've got Let Your Dreams Lead You and that green background paper. It is time to put them together. If you want, you can also add some dimension as well to make it more special. And yes, you can do that. And the cut is super quick to make. So if you've never ever created a card for someone who likes colors or art, please give it a go. Even if you don't have my collection yet, maybe you do have something in your stash. And now it is time to peel off the backing and assemble that sentiment on a card. And if you know me, you know how much I love gems, so I simply couldn't resist and I had to add them on a card. If you do like gems, do you have your favorite brand? Please let me know, where do you get your gems from? I'm really curious. I do have quite a lot with lots of colors, but if you do have your favorite, I would like to know which one is it. So now, as you can see, the cut is complete and I absolutely love it. All those green gems here, they really add that beautiful sparkle to the whole project. Now it is time for cut number 3, and this time will be the L size card. So as you can see, I created bigger paint tubes, and I'm going to use that diamond design paper, and I'm going to turn it over, and using my pencil, I'm going to trace around that element. Super quick and simple. So if you want, you can also use the PDF file that's included in the collection, and you can print it, fussy cut it, and keep it with the collection as a template. So if you don't have Scan and Cut or Cricut, that is the way to go. I can also keep that leftover diamond design paper for my future projects. Now it is time to cut it, super quick and simple. As you can see, the shape is very easy to cut out. But if you do make a mistake when you stick it on, I'm going to show you how to fix it. And to be honest, it is super easy to assemble. So now I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue again. And if you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, of course, I left some of the names in the description, so you can check those out as well. So now it will be time to create other elements on that paint tube. So what you can do first, have a look if you have any paper on the edges, and then you can turn it over and just use your scissors to cut the excess off. Super quick and simple to fix, right? So if you've never ever created a card in the shape of a paint tube, it is so much fun to do. Now we've got other elements here, and again I'm going to use those essentials Illustrator markers. But if you do have any gray markers or pencils in your stash, they will do the job as well. And don't forget to actually color in all those edges as well, because that's what really makes a difference here. And as you can see, I'm not trying very hard to cover the whole element here, because I'm going to cover it with black anyway. So you can always mix and match any alcohol markers from your stash. They can be different brands, and that's what I really like about this color medium. So if you do like my collection, I really wonder which one is your favorite, like which element or design paper. And if you would like to play with it, what kind of card or project you would like to create. I'm really curious. And if you haven't seen my video from Tuesday, please check the link at the top right corner. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the full collection and other projects I created with it. So yes, there will be plenty of inspiration for you. Now it is time to assemble the elements together, and to be honest, it comes together super quickly. So with an hour, actually, I created those 3 projects super quick and simple, especially with those beautiful and bright design papers. Now, as you can see, I've got the element here that is also a part of SVG collection, and I'm going to choose one of the sentiments. But this element is slightly bigger. So what you can do, you can turn the paper over, use your pencil, and then use your pencil again to create that, let's say, gap. And if it's even, that will be like professionally finished when you cut it out. And that's what I'm going to do here. Just using my scissors, I'm going to cut it super quick and simple. And this way, the sentiment will be exactly where you want. And for this one, I decided to use a font with some lines. And there is plenty of space in between the letters. So, there is always a way to embellish it more. So I'm going to use some alcohol markers from my stash to add even more color. And this way the sentiment will match all the diamonds on the card. Super cool, right? If you do like this sentiment, what occasion would you use it for? Or what shaped card would you like to create? I'm really curious about your thoughts. So please let me know in the comments down below. So at this point, I thought let's add a little bit of yellow, orange, and coral color as well. Because it is rainbow in the end, right? And if you don't have all the colors of the rainbow, tri-color markers or tri-blend markers would do the job as well, because you can use the same color family and they will be perfectly fine. So when these are ready, we decided it will be too wide to put it on the bigger piece. So what you can do, you can use any alcohol marker from your stash and color that element in. Here I decided to use black because this way I'm going to have very nice contrast, and also it's going to match the top of the paint tube. What do you think about this color combo for this paint tube shaped card? Do you like it? Now it is time to use my liquid glue and assemble the elements together. But we have to put the card together. So as you can see, we're working on the front of a card. So we have to put the front and the back together. And to do it, I'm going to use my scoring board from Crafter's Companion, create a fold line. And now it is time to fold and burnish it. And if you do have excess, like I do here, just use your scissors and cut the ends off super quick and simple. Now it will be time to fold it, burnish, and assemble with the front of a card. And as you can see here, you still have plenty of space to write your message. So what message would you like to write inside of this card? Sending colorful vibes. What do you think would be a good occasion for this project? As you can see, it comes together very, very quickly. So if you haven't got my collection yet, don't forget that it's available until Saturday the 24th with 50% off. Now it is time for some gold gems and the cut will be complete. So what do you think about those diamonds on a paint tube card? Do you like it? It stands proudly on a flat surface, and now you can see all three projects side by side. And I really wonder which one is your favorite. Which one would you like to give it a go? Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And here you can see other inspiration with this Color Your World collection. And don't forget to check all the links in the description down below. Have a wonderful day and see you in my next video. Happy crafting!